welcome to the Triad WebEOC video series. In this next video, we're going to discuss the My Tasks board, which allows users in your system to request items and to track the status of those requests. Notice we're logged in as the liaison officer, and My Tasks in your control panel is turned red. As I click on that board, it opens up the board in a new window. And you'll notice that there's already a task in there. This is a task that I entered just a little while ago. To enter in a new mission task, again, use the New Entry button in the top right-hand corner. We select a priority, which allows low, medium, high, or for future operational periods, and notice that each of those priorities have time frames listed with them. So low is the next 6 to 12 hours, medium the next 2 to 6 hours, high is within the next hour. Once you select a priority, you'll put in your description, is what it is that you're officially looking for. If you need to attach a file, you have the ability to do that as well. The board then asks where is that resource needed, a contact and a telephone number. It'll automatically choose the time as time assigned, and the time due will be placed in there based on the priority that you have selected above. If you have a different due time, you can click on the calendar button and put in a specific date and time when that is actually complete or needs to be completed. You'll notice once we hit the Save button, it brings you back to the Mission Taskings board. This is My Tasks, so it'll only show me tasks that either I have entered myself or tasks that have been assigned to me by the logistics section. You'll notice it adds all the pertinent information here on the one view. Who requested it, what is requested, if it has been assigned to any users or positions, when it is due, and the current status. You'll notice that this one is currently not reviewed. If there's an attachment, there would be an attachment icon here, and you have the ability to hit the Update button to edit that record. Now, let's change our position so we can see how the Logistics Section Chief is able to assign those specific resource requests to the users that need them. You'll notice on the Logistics Section Chief's control panel, there is a board named Mission Task Controller. If I open up the Mission Task Controller, the Logistics Section Chief has the ability to see all of the records entered by all of the users overall. You'll notice that there are two records, one from the Liaison Officer, which we shared a little while ago, and one from the Logistics Section Chief. Let's focus on the Liaison Officer record. The Logistics Section Chief identifies that this has not been reviewed and that they need to take a look at it and assign it. So as they hit the Update button, it then gives them at the top a drop-down button to allow that person to assign that request to another user in the system. So we're going to assign that to the Operations Section Chief. The status, we can now move from not reviewed to assigned, and we can validate all the other information seems to be correct. Now when we hit the Save button, you'll notice on the control panel it turns to a lighter shade of yellow. It now shows that the HICS Operations Section Chief has been assigned to it, and if we moved into the Operations Section Chief control panel, this record would now show up on the My Tasks board. More importantly, they also have the ability to add updated notes in here as well. So if the Logistics Section Chief wanted to say it's been assigned to Ops, they can hit the Save button. You'll notice that that comment is then added in there to the record for all of those users to see who it has been assigned to. So if we now move over to the Operations Section Chief position, we can see that this record has been added to their My Tasks board. At this point, it is up to the Operations Section Chief to manage this record request or this resource request. So to do that, they will hit the Update button. They will come in and they will say, you know what, we're working on it. We're going to show that it's in progress. And the new entry here is going to be placed in, we are tasking it to the ID contractor, should be done shortly. You hit the Update button so that you can make sure that that's been logged in. Notice it moves into the previous response screen, and we hit the Save button. Once that's saved, you'll notice a few things have changed. One, the status has gone to green, which is in progress. We now have the last comment as well. Initially it was assigned to Ops, then we are tasking it to the ID contractor. Notice that it was added by the Operations Section Chief. And so finally now if that person has completed this, we're going to move it to complete. Completed at 10 a.m. Notice when we chose the complete dropdown, it automatically dropped in complete into the time completed box. We hit update to make sure that that's not lost. We hit the save button, and now it shows that it is complete in both the operations section chief's My Tasks, and also if we come back here to the liaison officer's My Tasks, all of those records, all of those updates, all of that information should be showing to the liaison officer so that they know exactly the status of the request that they made. Notice it shows complete and all of the items that were listed here as the updates. That concludes this video on how to use the My Tasks board in a Triad WebEOC system. We look forward to viewing other videos on how other boards in the WebEOC system work. Thank you, and see you next time.